What's up, everybody? Welcome to another video. Today, I figured I would touch a little bit on Lingq. I've seen some people, as a matter of fact, recently on Twitter, somebody asking, they said that they kind of felt lost on Lingq, and this is kind of where I start. So I just went into a random course here. This is Dutch, which will actually be a good example because Dutch probably won't have as many resources as, say, Spanish or something like that, but also I apologize. I feel like I have a cold. That's why I kind of sound weird. But anyway, the first thing that I do or that I did and that I will do on new languages to make sure, I click on the wheel right here and I go down to reader settings, and under options right here, I always unclick paging moves to known and auto link creation. And the reason that I do that is because with Lingq you'll have blue words. Blue words are words that you've never seen before. Yellow words are words that you've seen and that you've made links out of, which are your flashcards. And so if you have paging moves to known as clicked, if you accidentally move forward or anything like that, if it's a blue word, it'll automatically get moved into your known words. I'm not a big fan of that because I do get click happy sometimes, or you may double click on accident and it can go to the next one, and I don't like that. Auto link creation isn't terrible. It does exactly what it says. If you click on a blue word, regardless of what you do, it'll just automatically make it a link, which you're probably going to do anyway, but I just like to be able to control what I'm doing. That's the only thing I really mess with. All this other stuff, I do leave reviewing links when paging because that basically gives you a flashcard, and you can actually get around that without, like if you don't want to review the flashcards, you can do that too. So, and I'll show you that. You can leave that clicked and still not see them. So, first thing that I will do is I will go to, let's see, popular lessons. The one that I always look for, like with Russian that I've done, is right here, Lingq mini stories. So we've got, it starts on 6. I'm not sure why it starts on 6, but regardless, it'll still all work the same. So right here you'll see 63 unknown words, 0 yellow because I've not ever done anything in Dutch. Now there are other lessons that you can start with. If you really want to get stuff, you can go, let's see, guided courses, and you can start with like here's something for beginners or whatever. You could probably start with like basic. This one right here is pretty good. Who is she? Those are generally pretty solid. Absolute beginner lesson. There's probably a lot of stuff for perhaps basic conversation as far hello, how are you, and stuff like that. And that stuff is definitely necessary. But yeah, this is just where I start. So my lessons, let's go back into Lingq mini stories. And so here is how I would start. I would just go to open, and then we will get into this. So first and foremost, right there, right down here at the bottom of the page, it's kind of hard to see, but right down here under popular translations is ignore word. I don't need the letter A. I mean, you could technically hit known and it will inflate your words known, but it's not really necessary. I do the same thing on names. Now this does say that ignore, that Yana is also ignore. So we can actually, all dictionaries, and go to, say, you can kind of find some, here we go, let's see, Babel, let's just, it doesn't really matter at this point, let's click on Babel.
Yana.
So make sure that does pop up. All right, you're not seeing the pop-up, I don't know why you're not seeing the pop-up, but no results found for Yana. So since that seems like it's a name, if I see that back again in context, I'll probably do it, but we're going to go
Yana.
and click, whoa, it auto-created a link, why did it do that? Maybe because I hit the, so,
and Yana.
Is there a way to forget word? Yeah, here we go. So if you accidentally create a link, if you click on it right here, these are your kind of your areas, but I'll get to that later, and you can ignore word. So in is and. Now that seems pretty commonsensical to me. That's semi-close to English. In, so I'm not going to make a link out of that. I feel pretty confident that I will learn in, so I can hit I know this word.
Frederick.
There we go. It's what? So there you see up here at the top, my word total goes to 1. Frederick is, oh, ignore. Okay, that's what that was. It wasn't somebody. Okay. Frederick, I'm also going to click down here, ignore word.
Zijn.
Okay, zijn. So we, you, they, are. So this is the verb to be. Over here on the side, you are going to see Lingq, and this is what I use most of the time, are the community suggestions. Now, you're going to have people who just use are, but then you're also going to have people who are going to use the it's going to tell you the specific verb conjugation, which I'm actually really interested to see because I don't know much about the verb conjugation for Dutch, but this, according to the person's, it's we, you, and they are. So this is somewhere I would use a dictionary and look up some sort of verb conjugator right here,
Zijn.
which you can't see. Zijn is Sein is we. Yeah, okay, so fair enough. So what we're going to do is we're going to go with all dictionaries and Google Translate.
Zijn.
So what we got, Sein is just to be. So we're just going to say to be right now. And you can make your own. So that's
Zijn.
apostrophe
S.
S. We're going to ignore.
Avonds.
Avonds is night. Okay, so we're going to click on that.
Avonds.
And moe. Weary or tired.
Moe.
So knowing what I know, Jana and Frederic zijn avonds moe. So that's going to be Jana and Frederic are at night tired, essentially. Jana and Fred are tired at night, yeah. And then you can also go to translation here. Jana and Fred are tired at night. Now, you also have...
Jana en Frederik zijn 's avonds moe.
So if you click the thing right here above the text, it'll be that. But then you also have...
De avondroutine van Jana en Frederik. A. Jana en Frederik zijn 's avonds moe.
There you go. So you have the actual pronunciation. Now, here is where the paging, if you want to review flashcards, so if you really want to kind of, the first time I go through, I don't. The first time I kind of just let it wash over me and I just take it and whatever. The next time, though, you can click this right here. If you click the big arrow, goes to the next one. You don't worry about it. However, if you click on this little arrow down here, boom, here are your flashcards. Which my internet has been slow, so I'm not sure what's going on.
Zijn.
There we go. Zijn. So zijn is to be, and it's what you made it. So, boom.
Avonds.
Avond is night.
Moe.
Moe is going to be weary or tired. And there we go. And that way you can review them like that. This does have a built-in flashcard system. I never use it. I'm about to pass 500 words in Russian, and I've literally never used the flashcards. And the reason is because I'm learning via context. If you want to do flashcards, you can. Let's do like one or two more of these, and then I'll get into that. Ze is going to be, okay, so she or they.
Ze.
So, and I assume it's going to be they, since we're talking about Jana and Frederick.
Eten.
Eten. Okay, so it's going to be eat. So they eat.
Eten.
I don't know what this apostrophe S keeps doing there. Avonds.
Avonds.
Night.
Samen.
Samen is together.
Samen. Om.
About, at, by, for, or on.
7.
Zeven. Okay, so zeven. I don't think I need to learn to know zeven. So I'm going to click no.
Uur.
Uur. Hour. O'clock. I'm going to say I'm good on that. So knowing what I know, they eat at night together at 7 o'clock. Click on that. They eat dinner at 7 o'clock. Okay, so that might be dinner, so that's where you need a little bit. They eat dinner together at 7 o'clock. So let's say right
Eten.
here, eat, right? You can, if you want to change this to match kind of what the translation is, they eat food, and I will just put parentheses dinner because I'm not sure if that's whatever. Now, you're probably saying, well, that doesn't give me much. What if it is this or what if it, like the idea of this right at the beginning is not to worry about grammar, not to worry about is that dinner, is that lunch, just let it wash over you, because once you have a little bit more of an understanding for just how the language sounds and works together, grammar will be a lot easier. In Russian, I had a lot easier time understanding verb conjugations when I understood the language a little bit versus trying to understand verb conjugations from the beginning. So we'll do one more for good measure. We'll run some flashcards. See, they is going to be, I already forgot, ze. So I got that one right.
Eten.
Eten. So that's going to be eat. Okay. Night is avond.
Avonds.
Avond.
Samen.
Samen. Together. And about, at, by, for, on is going to be, what was that? I don't remember that actually. So I got that one wrong, but no big deal. I don't really stress it. Also, forgot to
Ze eten 's avonds samen om 7 uur.
So, cannot express, or, whatever, the absolute criticalness of listening to make sure that you're getting pronunciation. So, I'm just gonna end that part there. But that's how I go through that, just because I don't want this video to be too long. And I would go through the whole lesson doing that. And then, if you want to do just one, that's fine. Like, you think that this is going to be hard to understand, but it's literally no different than just doing flashcards. You're just seeing multiple flashcards at the same time and in context. I think that this is a great way to learn. People disagree, but this is just kind of how I use it. So I would go through this whole lesson all the way to the end here.
Leest.
And after I finished listening to it, I would then go and I would continue listening to it. I would maybe read through it again, and then I would just listen to it. And a lot of times I'll do 2 lessons. That way I've got a little bit of stuff. Dutch probably won't be too bad for me since it's a little bit closer to English than what Russian is. So I probably will do like story 6, story 7, and then go on, because I am going to learn Dutch probably maybe next, honestly. But anyway, let's back out and go. So after you do that, you can go to your playlist. Once you finish a lesson, it'll auto have your playlist here, but since that's not there, let me go ahead and add that in there so I can also show you that. So right here, we're just going to add these to your playlist. Now, I wouldn't add it before you do the lesson. I'm just doing this for the sake of showing you. Once you finish the lesson, it'll be in there. So playlist. So right here, and then boom, you can, if you're on the go, I have a playlist for Russian. When I go to work, on the way to work, I listen to it. At work, I listen to it. On the way back from work, I listen to it. So I can constantly be hearing the lessons that I'm working on. Because as you continue to progress, they go hand in hand. You're going to listen to it, and you're not going to understand it, and that's perfectly fine. But to me, when I listen to it and don't understand it, it makes me want to go and read it and try to get the hang of what is going on. So, boom, just play 'em. And then it'll count down here. You'll have your little statistics. Today, so I've learned 3 words. I've created 7 links. I've not learned any links because I just started. Once you finish your audio, it'll be here. Now, just a couple more tips here. The words of reading is only going to count once when you finish the lesson. However, I will show you how to accumulate that. That way just to kind of keep tabs on it. If you're not really big into almost want to call them stats, but if you're not big into that stuff, don't worry about it. I personally like to see how much I've done. So you go in here.
Leest.
Now, if you play the audio all the way through, if you start
De avondroutine
and it ends
van
all the way
Jana
over here,
en Frederik.
so if it ends all the way over here and it fully ends, it will finish and it'll count as the time that you've listened to it right here. If you don't let it, it won't count. But as long as you've done it and you know you've done it, you can add a listening here. And then you can also, under right here, reading, every time you read it, give yourself one, and it'll add the words to your totals under your stats, which I will show you. Yeah, so right here, boom, 0.1 hours of listening. It's a 3-minute lesson, 283 words of reading, so which obviously I have not finished that. And that's just the way that you can do that. Now, there are some other cool things about Lingq that you can do. You can import stuff. Dutch is probably not a good one to show you because I don't know any Dutch sites right off. This was just kind of a spur-of-the-moment video. Vocabulary. Here is your vocabulary. This is all the words that you've seen. You can go for SRS review if you're into the spaced repetition stuff, which is perfectly fine. I myself enjoy some spaced repetition. I just don't use it with Lingq. And you can review here. Or you can just do review from any of the words that you've seen right there. And it'll do whatever. So there are other things as far as challenges and stuff like that. So you've got 1,000-word challenge, 90-day challenge, whatever. I'm not overly concerned about some of those things. I am in a 90-day challenge for Russian, but you can kind of get in there and look at those. And then once you get through that, if you want to go through a little bit easier stuff, you can just go to popular lessons here, and it'll show you what other people are doing. So just click on this right here. This is probably something about going out to eat since it's a picture of a sandwich. And then right here, click right into it.
Sorry.
Sorry.
I guess that's that.
Sorry. Kunt u mij misschien...
I guess that is a Dutch word. I guess I know that word. All right.
Kunt.
Here we go.
Vertellen waar ik een restaurant kan.
All right, let's rewind that 5 seconds or so.
Sorry, kunt u mij misschien vertellen waar ik een restaurant kan vinden?
There we go. So you can already pick some of the words out
Restaurant.
here. Restaurant. Boom. Know
Kan.
that. Look at that. I know 5 words. Cool. Ooh is you. Okay.
U. Kunt.
Can. Okay.
Kunt.
Me.
Mij.
Me. I figured as
Mij.
much. May.
Misschien.
Maybe.
Misschien. Vertellen.
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 There you go. Hit my link goal.
Waar.
Waar is where.
Waar.
Ik.
Ik.
Ik. I.
Ik.
Een.
Eén. Eén.
And you just go through the whole lesson doing that. And it seems overwhelming, but I promise if you read it 10 times and you listen to it 10 times, that stuff is going to start to stick, and you don't really have to memorize it. You just kind of start getting it. So hopefully I covered everything that is necessary there. I can't think of anything else that's really necessary, but that's kind of where to start, and that's how to use it. Like, I think a lot of people just kind of go in and they think they just go lesson by lesson and that's it, and that's not really how it works. You go to the lesson and you repeat the lesson and you repeat it, so you're constantly hearing it, constantly reading it, and that's what makes it stick. So do the lessons. Don't be afraid to do it. I can show you my Russian. There are some of these Russian lessons that I've listened to almost 100 times. Playlist. Yeah, right here. Like story 1, I've listened to 88 times. Part 7, 70 times, which I don't even know what this is right off. You can click on the button beside of it. This is
Goodbye.
Greetings and Goodbyes. So, it's my washing machine is going off is what that sound is. Yeah, I've listened to these a bunch, and it has helped me tremendously. And as it goes down, you can see the number declines because those are newer to my playlist. So, and I listen to those over and over. But just to show you, like, due for SRS, 218 terms because I don't review them. All my review comes from reading through the lessons. So, and it works pretty solid. I'm at 468 Russian words. Today I've learned 18, 4 links learned, 46 links created, an hour of listening, 949 words of reading, which I will read more. I've just been a little bit busy today. But yeah, that is it. Hopefully that answers any of your questions. I thought it'd be cool to do kind of a, like, how to get into it and stuff like that. I will do another video in the future about how to import, because there's a lot of important stuff that you can do, and I could show you a lot easier with Russian because of studying Russian. So, and I know like some more resources and stuff like that. But yeah, if you have any further questions, let me know down below, and I will definitely do a video on it. I thought, since I didn't create the program and stuff, and I think Steve makes really, really good videos, but sometimes they're so used to using it and stuff, maybe they may gloss over stuff. But this is exactly how I use it, and it has worked pretty much flawlessly. So if you have any further questions, let me know down below. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next video.